Hey, what's up, family? Welcome to another live. I'm just gonna wait till more people get in. Hey, what's up, Burnham? What's happening? What's happening, brother? How you doing? I'm gonna let you in. Okay, I know you're anxious. Yeah, I would like to hear your stories about what's going on in Colombia right now. We got 3 people in so far, so I'm just gonna wait for more people to come in. And then, Burnham, I'm gonna send you the link that you could come in, that you could talk about what's going on. It's good to see you, bro. Hey, what's happening? What's happening, Wallace? What's happening? Long time no see, brother. How have you been? Man, we have a heck of a live tonight, boy. I got a lot of information to share with you all. I got a lot of information to share with you guys, man. Okay. But before we start, I just want to let you guys know that there is. Hey, what's up, Joe? What's up, brother? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Good to see you, Joseph. I'm so glad to have you, man. You have always been supportive of the channel. But I want to give you guys a heads up. Justin, what's up? Wow, I haven't heard from you in a long time. Yeah, work has been crazy and travel. Oh, that's good. That's good. And I just want to let you all know too. There's a travel advisory for Colombia too. The ELN is being very active. They are it's like they're like a paramilitary group in Choco, Colombia. And I got from the U.S. Embassy just kind of a travel advice. We don't go that area of Colombia anyway, but it seems like there are some things that are going on in Colombia with the peace process the um, between the government and the militia out there. So they're like, I don't know, something is going on because I've been kind of watching this of what's going on, and it seems like the peace process is becoming more and more a little bit unstable. So um, the U.S. Embassy just put out a travel advisory. So I talked to one of my girlfriends. Um, she told me just stay out of the commuters and things like that. You should be okay. Let me turn this down just a tad bit. Yeah, she just told me just be careful not to go into the commuters. You're opening the phone lines. I definitely got something on the topic. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna open up the phone line. Yeah, we're gonna talk tonight. Um, we're gonna. I just need some help too. It's this two things, two favors I need from everybody on the live. I'm gonna need your help on something. Just make sure most of y'all are, but YouTubers have been sending me how well the channel is doing, and there's a lot of people who is watching the channel, but they're not subscribing. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to the channel, man. Please hit that notification bell. That's very important for the growth of the channel because I want to make this channel even better and I want to grow it. You know what I'm saying? So I just need everybody's support of the channel. So make sure you like and hit that like button, subscribe, because I'm getting a lot of watch time. Was weird about this channel. I'm getting a lot of watch time. I got over 300 hours of watch time, but nobody's like hitting the like button or subscribing to the channel. But I really, really appreciate it. If you do that to help support me, I'm still a very small channel. You know what I'm saying? But it's growing. But it's not growing as fast as it could be if people would just help support it too. And one more thing I need before we get into the subjects and everything. Um, Make sure I just hope that you guys like, because my channel is monetized now. I can't get super chats and everything. Please help with the super chats. That would really help me out. Because let me give you a reason. I looked at the amount of super chats. YouTube sends me the information about the super chats. I got $50 in my super chat so far. But in order to get paid, I have to get over $100 a month. So what happens is if you don't get enough in that month, they'll keep putting it to the following month, to the following month, to the following. So they'll keep rolling over and rolling over and rolling over. You know what I'm saying? Until I get to $100. You know what I'm saying? So, Eric, I appreciate your help. I appreciate Joseph, your contribution. Everybody. Who else? Willie Brown. Thank you very much for the super chats and everything you send me. But that will help too. You know what I'm saying? If you all can help on the super chats and stuff, that would, at least if you can donate at least $13 a month, that will put me into the $100 range, and then I can get paid every month because YouTube pays you every month. You know what I'm saying? So I'm still looking at this. It's still $50. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, okay, when it's going to start going up to the point where I can get something from YouTube. So that's all. I'm not begging or anything, but it would really help me so much, you know, to move forward with this channel, because the cash app that you gave me, it goes towards the Barbie fund, and also I was able to buy this awesome microphone. You know what I'm saying? So I'm invested into the channel, and I'm getting ready to do content. I'm going to go back out to Colombia. I'm going to hang out with Barbie. We're going to do some content with her. So the channel is, you know, it is growing. So that's all I just wanted to say, you know, about that. So, okay, let's get into the economic collapse, and then we're going to go through that, and then we're going to go over to the long distance relationship, because I got people here on the live that wants to jump on, and then I'm going to give the link, and then people can jump in and give their opinion of what they think about long distance relationship and their experience in Colombia with the master of delusion, different crazy women that you maybe have dealt with or something like that. Okay, so I'm gonna give you the opportunity to be able to express yourself on this channel. Okay, so okay, let me dive in. Let me get going. We got quite a bit of stuff to talk about today. But I got some economic news for you guys. The IRS is laying off 6,000 people. That's a lot of people to lose their job, especially in the IRS. I know Trump and Elon Musk is doing a lot of cutting, you know what I'm saying, of the government, and they get ready to lay off 6,000 people. So you might want to get your tax information in, you know, as soon as possible, you know what I'm saying, because it may take longer for you to get a refund. But not only that, there's something else I want to tell you. The layoffs are starting to get worse. The layoff problem in this country is getting worse. I've been talking about this. I've been talking about this for months now. I've been talking about this on the live, but layoffs are spreading through the country. You know, there's people getting laid off more and more. The unemployment situation is getting worse. So I want y'all to check this out. These are some testimonials from people who's dealing with the layoffs. So I ask you guys to make sure you cover yourself. Make sure you put some money away. Make sure you have multiple streams of income, because it's going to get pretty nasty out here. Okay?
I just got laid off about an hour ago. I cried for a while, and I think the hardest part about it is I loved my job, I cared so much, but like knowing that you put your full effort towards something and then feeling like they decided it wasn't enough or it wasn't worth enough. Like right now I feel just very like not even undervalued, because I clearly am not valued, but like that all of my effort wasn't good enough, or it wasn't important, or it wasn't relevant. I got laid off today, and it's just, I don't know. And LA is burning and their fires are everywhere and I got laid off and I don't have a job. So like in perspective, it's not that big of a deal. There's other jobs, but it goes so much deeper than not having a job. So yeah, I don't know. I'm jobless. I just got laid off about an hour ago.
So I think I'm being laid off from my job today. If you couldn't tell by my appearance, I have been crying all morning. I haven't even had my meeting yet, but I got a calendar meeting today from someone I've never spoken to at the company, and a bunch of other people did too. So I am recording this because I feel like a lot of people can probably find comfort in knowing they're not alone. So we will see. Maybe it'll
What I'm telling you guys, this is happening all across the country. This layoff thing is happening all across the country, and it's getting worse. It's getting worse. It's going to get much worse.
be something positive. Maybe I'm not getting laid off, but I am shaking.
That does impact your position. Today is going to be your last day.
I've loved my time here and I'm very thankful for it, so I appreciate it. I did not think that that would be my last day. My laptop's not even working anymore for me to like save things, like. So I
Kelvin with West TNTV. By now, everybody's heard about the United Healthcare, I guess, layoff they're getting ready to do. 30,000 people are getting ready to get laid off in May, and I guess 25,000 of the people are eligible for like some type of severance package. And for what I read in the comments, people saying that it's not even close to amount to being fair. So they're just basically just firing you and getting you out of there. But anyway, I was looking some more into it. I found out that these jobs, these Americans that are getting laid off, now they're getting ready to send the jobs over there to India and countries like that, to people that can speak English, and probably to the Philippines. So what I'm thinking is when you call United Healthcare when you was getting an American, now you're finna get somebody over there from India or the Philippines that you can barely damn understand. I've seen this happen before. I worked for a company called Dexcom out of San Diego, California. I worked there. I was doing technical support, IT support. And they did the same thing to us. Record-breaking profits. I believe it was like 2019, and then called us in there. We're thinking we finna get a bonus or something like that. And they said, yeah, we had record-breaking profits like last year, but unfortunately, we're getting ready to send your jobs over to the Philippines. They do it all the time. These companies build themselves up, and then next thing you know, ship them off overseas. It's disgusting, man. And I thought Trump was going to try to stop these companies from doing that, because it is wrong. You know what I mean? United Healthcare is based out of the United States, but then when you got to call customer service or technical support or whatever it is, now you got to call India. You know what I mean? Nothing against people from India, but I mean, come on, talking about America first. Hell, make it America first. You know what I mean? But these companies, man, I don't even know what to say, man. I can't even call these American companies anymore because, like I said, this is my speculation, but that's what I'm thinking. If like they're saying these jobs will be filled, it can't be like. I'm thinking like some of the nurses. I mean, can we take advice from a nurse that's overseas? I doubt it. It has to be like the people that are doing the support, you know what I mean, answering the questions and things like that. It's going to be India or wherever they're going to send it to. But anyway, guys, I'm going to do some more research about this, but y'all stay ready so you ain't got to get ready. Peace.
Yeah, the layoff situation is getting worse. Matter of fact, here in Detroit, there's a major a food distribution center that's been around here for years, and they are getting ready to lay off 1,500 people. See, what's happening is we're seeing a decline in America right now. You're seeing a fall of an empire that's going down. That's what you're seeing.
Hello.
Hey, Simon,
Like I
how are
said,
you?
this is happening all over the world. I mean, all over the country.
Hey. Hey, thanks for making time on short notice and sure my invite was rambling and not awesome, and you do not have to turn your camera on if you don't want to. I have a couple of notes to share with you. But So I'll be glad to get those notes to make sure I cover things, but I will also follow up with an email so you don't have to retain everything I'm going to say. I made the difficult decision to restructure the XD org and as a result, reduce the size of the org. And unfortunately, you're impacted by this change. So your last working day is today, but the good news is you'll be paid through February 2nd. Yeah, those are the most important pieces of information. Your system access as an employee will
Yep,
be
there you
turned off
go,
at some
Justin.
point
Yes, you
today.
got
I'm
to
not
save
sure
up.
when exactly. In your Workday and benefits portal, you'll still have access to until February 2nd as an employee, and then after that, you'll have access to it as an alumni. And then I'm going to email you the specifics of your severance, benefits, and a few other details that will probably be helpful later when you're ready to go through them. And then on your last day, you'll get your severance documents via DocuSign to sign, and I'll go to your personal email address. I want to pause. I know I just rattled off a whole bunch of really big news. Is there any questions or anything that you want to ask?
Are there any reasons other than just like restructuring? Like, what's the reason
Yes.
for the restructuring?
That's a really good question. It has to do with
Let me interrupt her for a minute. The biggest problem that we're going to have this time, like I said, I'm not gloom and doom or anything, but this is why I tell you to always prepare for what's getting ready to come. That's all I'm telling you. Because let me ask you a question. Where are these people going to go? Because now you have another set of problems in which AI is taking over everything. AI is replacing a lot of the tech jobs they don't need. I remember I used to be able to get a good job because I used to work in IT for a long time. I worked in IT. I used to do computers. I used to build computers. I used to do Novell. I used to do Cisco. I used to do all that type of stuff. But now they got this AI, which is able to do the job of 10 people now. You know what I'm saying? So the job market is becoming so competitive. So where are all these people going to go? That's the problem. Because I talked to someone the other day. And they said, this is what they said. It was this one guy, because I work at the hospital, right? This one guy, he came and he told me, he said, Tony, you're not going to believe how long it took me to find this job. He said when he was out there looking for a job, even the minimum wage jobs is not hiring. We talk about the jobs like from McDonald's. We talking about the jobs that you used to be able to get. He said the job that he got, it took him 8 months to get the job. It took him almost 8 months. Let's see what Justin say. Let's see what Justin is saying. Okay, gone are the days of relying on income nowadays. America is there. You see, Justin seems like he's the only one that knows what's going on out here. America is collapsing, and digital nomad and passport bros are 2 steps ahead. Yes, yeah, that's why I'm trying to get my butt to Thailand right now. That's why I bring you all this geopolitics stuff to prepare you to go abroad if you're going to do it. Because it's going to come to the point where you're not even be able to afford rent. Listen to what this young lady says. Let's finish what she says. What happens to her?
the company is doing consolidated priorities this year and next year. They are looking to so the org, it has nothing to do with performance. It has nothing to do with location and everything to do with the company wanting to do less in tech and take on less priorities. And as a result, the team is being reduced
Yes, I do,
to support
Wallace.
that.
Yes.
Another question I had was around like my remote status. Is that like a factor in this as well?
Yeah, that's a really good question. It did, to be perfectly honest, it did count, the remote status in general came up as a potential discussion, but it ended up not being a factor. Well, please don't obviously feel a pressure to do anything today other than take care of yourself.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I'm so sorry, Simone. Well, please again, like take today and take care of yourself And again, I'm really sorry that this is happening.
Okay. Thank you. See you on
All
LinkedIn, I
right.
guess. I have already cried today. I'll probably cry more. Yeah, so I got an email like an hour ago that said, "Hi, I'd like to get together and share an update on our organization and what this means for you." So, yeah, I already knew that this was coming. At first, I thought that like maybe it wouldn't just impact me because someone else mentioned that they got the same email. And I was like, oh, well, maybe, because this has happened before when they laid off all of our managers. So I was like, well, maybe they're telling all of us at the same time that someone else is getting, like someone big at the top is getting laid off. But I reached out to that person and I was like, does your meeting start at 12? And she said, no, my meeting starts at 12:30. So when she said that, that's when I had my breakdown and that's when I started crying. I think the best news out of that is that I'm going to get my bonus, so that will help. I don't know how much the bonus will be because I don't know how well the company performed, but that check will come in March and I'll still get another regular paycheck from work. I don't know what I'm going to do.
I'm planning on I'm going back to Colombia this May or June for sure. For sure, it's between May and June. I'm going to Colombia because I want to go back and see Barbie, and then after that, then it will be Thailand to be the next thing to do. But the most important thing, right now is Social Security. What Trump is going to do with the government. So that's why I'm giving you all this information. It all depends on where the government is going with the cuts that they get ready to make. Because I've already heard that they're making cuts on Medicaid. They're making cuts. Elon Musk and Trump is making cuts on Medicaid. So a lot of people, insurance benefits is going to be affected. You know what I'm saying? So for Thailand, for my trip to Thailand, it all depends on what Social Security does. That's my retirement there. Because the amount that I get on Social Security would pay for an apartment in Thailand very easily. You could get a very nice condo apartment there for like $500 a month. So if I'm getting 2,000 from Social Security, I would have money I will have money left over. So that's my plan.
I do have savings, thank God, but like I don't know what I'm gonna do if it takes months to get a new job because I still want to remain in tech. I still want a remote position, which those are harder to come by now. And
yes, it's very hard to
I
come
don't know
by
what I'm
remote
gonna
positions.
do if
Any job is
I
hard to
can't
get
get another job because I have the mortgage now, and the mortgage is like $2,700 a month. I have my trip planned to New Zealand next month. I should probably cancel that. If I can get a refund on my flight, I should probably cancel that, which sucks because
That's
I've
too
been
bad.
planning that since like this time last year. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know.
See, that's the problem. See, look at it. That's the problem when you lose your job. You get the feeling of uncertainty. That's what people feel. You know, that's your bread and butter that comes in. I'm not, like I said, I'm not being doom and gloom and everything. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm trying to explain to you all, this is happening all over the country. And it's getting worse. Of course, we always had people lose their jobs and get another job, but we're losing jobs by the thousands. And I'm just trying to tell you guys, put your money, you know, take your money and just prepare for a long, rainy day. That's all I'm saying. Just get prepared for what's coming.
Um, um, I don't know what, I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm trying to have faith that everything's gonna work out eventually.
Guru, how you
I just
doing,
don't
sir?
know how long it'll take for things to work out, and it just really scares me because I don't have anybody to like lean on.
It's
I'm not
scary. I know
rich.
how you feel,
My
sister.
family isn't rich. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm sure it's all gonna work out.
I'm sorry, Guru, about your Cocker Spaniel, man. I am so sorry. Yeah. So this is what I'm telling you guys is please get prepared, okay? You know, I got my retirement, I got my 401k, but that's the only thing about Thailand that has to happen. You know, so far they've been talking about they may make cuts to the government. I don't know what Trump and Elon is planning on doing. I have no idea what they are planning on to do, what they're planning on doing. Let me see if we get through some of these comments. God got her. Yes, you need your faith in God. We're getting ready to go through. But what you're seeing, what you're witnessing right now is a decline of America right now. That's what you're witnessing. Because I'm seeing some things here where I live. It is scary. I'm going to places that used to be flourish with people, used to be flourishing with people, but it's like a ghost town. I'm gonna do a special on the next live I do. I'm gonna have some video. I'm gonna show you guys of what I'm talking about. That's why dating is dead nowadays. People are trying to survive. Yep, that's right. The American dream has been sold to growing up as a lie. Yep. American dream is, like I said, I'm not trying to be negative or fear-mongering or things like that, but there is a big wave of unemployment that's happening in the country right now. And I keep up with economics, and I'm just getting emails after emails after emails about this place is laying off, this place is laying off. I have never seen these many lay off. And the thing that worries me is, where are these people going to go? Because I'm talking to people at my employer, like it was a housekeeping guy works in environmental service. He said it took him 8 months to find this job. He said he put in an application at Little Caesars Pizza, Pizza Hut, Kentucky. Just minimum wage jobs that most people don't want to work. Okay. He said even those jobs are not hiring. And he said the only way that he got a job to where he got working with me at the hospital is that he had to know somebody that got him in. He had to make a connection to get him in. Both Colombia and China have good quality food. Yes, they do. Yes, I've been talking to people. As a matter of fact, I talked to Richie Mack the other day. Yes. And Thailand to me is the place to go. Because the reason why I changed from Thailand to Colombia it's because of security issues. Like I told you about what's going on with the paramilitary groups fighting among each other and stuff over there and stuff. And it seems like that situation is getting, unless they come to the table with another peace process, I just hope that this stuff doesn't spread into, into the major cities like Cartagena, Medellin, Montesalis, all those other places, I hope it doesn't. Yes, I am hoping. I'm hoping too. Florida is Florida. Oh, really? Florida? Seriously? Okay. Love, don't pay the bills. I said that before. Don't pay the bills, okay. Let's see. People don't have time from day to day working full-time jobs when working 1 or 2 gig jobs just to pay regular bills. Yeah, the bills here in Michigan has gotten really, man, people are getting I've been hearing that people are getting their utilities turned off. Matter of fact, I didn't tell you guys, but they turned off my electricity the other day. They turned off my electricity. I got a notice of a disconnection because of $100 balance. In order for them to turn your lights on, to turn your electric on, you have to pay the balance and you have to pay the late fee, the reconnection fee, for them to turn on your lights, your electricity. And what's so bad about this, they used to be very lenient. We're talking about $100, and they turned off my electricity. I was at work, and if I wouldn't have looked on my telephone, I would have came back home with no light, with no electricity in my house. So I just jumped on my PayPal and I just sent them the money and they reconnected the service. Over $100. And this is going on all over the country. So many people are living in it. Yup, living in their cars, homeless. Women want guys to pay for everything. Yup, you're right, Justin. Ain't going to be alone forever. Couples got to put both incomes together. That's right. It's getting to the point of survive, of trying to survive. So you all got to think about the way how you managing your money, because this is not going to go away. This is something different that we're dealing with right now. Uncle, I work two full-time jobs because I have to, because I like being ahead of the game. Yeah, you have to stay ahead of this game. You have to stay ahead of this game. I got one more girl, and then we can ready to move on. Let's get her testimony about what she's going through, how the economic collapse is affecting her life. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can find her. Yeah, here she is right here.
Hey y'all, what up? It's your girl Victoria Renee, and I found out yesterday that I got laid off from my day job. And so the crazy part is I got laid off on my day off. I took time off. I'm here in Los Angeles. I'm getting ready to go to the NAACP Awards, and I'm really out here in LA being a stereotypical artist. Like, I have no job, no real plan. I'm just out here trying to figure it out. And I was feeling like maybe I should be sad, I should be devastated, I would crumble. But reality is like, okay, God, what's next? Like, I feel like so much has been thrown at me. I'm not gonna let this stop me. I'm not gonna let this break me. I am looking forward to whatever comes next. And so that's just the spirit that I want to move in. Thank you. Have a good night. That's just the spirit I want to move in. And so I just want to be anticipatory for what's coming next, because I know my latter will be greater. And I know Jeremiah 29:11, so I'm so grateful. So we'll see. And also, I didn't come all this way, spend all this money just to be here and be miserable. So no, the devil is not going to steal my joy. I'm going to enjoy this award show, and it's going to be lit. All right, bye.
That's good. I'm glad she's been very positive about her situation. But yeah, this thing is getting crazy. It's getting crazy. So, all right. So let's jump on to the next subject here. All right. Okay. Then I'm gonna put the link through so we can talk about the long distance relationship and everything. Okay. I guess you guys heard about what's happening in Ukraine and what's happening between Russia and Ukraine right now. Wow. Oh my goodness. Let me remove this here. Wow, it's amazing how things just change from day to day. Now you have Donald Trump. Now he's on supporting Russia now for the Ukraine war. Oh my God. What is happening into this world, I tell you. But I knew this was going to happen. I knew that this was going to happen. And Zelensky, I don't know what he's going to do. But Ukraine is in real big trouble right now, because now they're not going to get aid from the U.S. anymore. And like Trump said, one thing I agree about him, it never should have started in the first place. It never should have started in the first place. Okay, I'm going to put the invite in. Yeah, Ukraine already got $200 billion. Yeah, they did. They got over $200 billion. Now, Zelensky is talking about that he wants to resign. He's talking about he wants to resign. After all that, and he got absolutely nothing to show for it. That's what's really sad about this whole situation. Listen what Mr. Trump has to say about this whole thing.
Do you have any message for Ukrainians who, after 3 years of fighting, might feel betrayed or disappointed at not having a seat at these initial talks in Saudi Arabia?
Well, I think I'm really disappointed in what's happened. I've been watching this for 3 years. It's a war that would have never happened if I was president, and I've been watching these people being killed at levels that you've rarely seen, not even close, since the Second World War. And I'm very disappointed. I hear that, they're upset about not having a seat. Well, they've had a seat for 3 years and a long time before that. This could have been settled very easily. Just a half-baked negotiator could have settled this years ago without the loss of much land, very little land, without the loss of any lives. And I think I have the power to end this war. And I think it's going very well. But today I heard, we weren't invited. Well, you've been there for 3 years. You should have ended it 3 years. You should have never started it. You could have made a deal. I could have made a deal for Ukraine that would have given them almost all of the land, everything, almost all of the land, and no people would have been killed, and no city would have been demolished, and not one dome would have been knocked down. But they chose not to do it that way.
Yeah. I hear what you're saying. But what's sad about it? What's sad about the whole thing is that What they're trying to do too, they're trying to get back good with Russia. Okay, because they know that Russia and China has a very special relationship that they're trying to come in between. Now, let me see. All right. Without us, they would be Russian territory right now. Yeah, that's too bad. That's a very, very sad situation, man. Because what the US is trying to do, okay, they're trying to have a relationship with Russia now. Even though we gave them arms, we gave them money. Ukraine, we gave Ukraine money, we gave them weapons and everything. But I'm gonna tell you something. It makes the U.S. really look bad because now they are not going to. Nobody is going to trust us anymore. Because believe me, one thing. Let me tell you something, Chris. I agree what Trump said about the war never should have happened in the first place. But you know how many people they lost in this war? That's the part I'm talking about. What about the people? Forget about the minerals and everything that you can get out of Ukraine. What about the people that lost their lives? We're talking over 100,000 people. Uncles, cousins, brothers, mothers, fathers. Some of them are farmers. What about them? It just seems like we just make these debacle mistakes over and over again. So all that money and all the weapons that we gave to them, what do we have to show for? Can you imagine how many homeless people that money could have helped? How many veterans that money could have helped? But this is a situation we have absolutely nothing to show for. Hold on for a second. I want to let you hear the speech by, I got something from Marco Rubio. I want you to listen to this. I want y'all to listen to this.
Appoint our teams respectively that have worked very quickly to reestablish the functionality of our respective missions in Washington and in Moscow. For us to be able to continue to move down this road, we need to have diplomatic facilities that are operating and functioning normally. That we're going to appoint a high-level team from our end to help negotiate and work through the end of the conflict in Ukraine in a way that's enduring and acceptable to all the parties engaged. The third point is to begin to work at a high level as well to begin to discuss and think about and examine both the geopolitical and economic cooperation that could result from an end to the conflict in Ukraine. Obviously, we'd have to see that conflict come to a successful and enduring end in order for that to be possible.
So what he's trying to do, he's trying to develop a relationship with Russia. But I'm going to tell you the reason why. The relationship between Russia and China, you'll never be able to come between those two countries. It's not going to happen. I'm going to tell you the reason why it's not going to happen. It's because Russia and China has developed a very special relationship over decades. Okay. Now, what really make this a sad situation is that during the Ukraine war, they put sanctions on Russia, right? They cut off its oil and gas exports, right? But the problem is Europe was profitable from getting their gas and their oil, cheap gas and oil from Russia. So when they put the sanctions on Russia, it hurted them too. So it crashed their economies. So not only Ukraine is messed up, but Europe is messed up too. You got nothing to show for it. But Russia will not trust us. They will not. We will not be able to have a relationship with that country because we funded the war in Ukraine. We gave them the money. We gave them the weapons, and they're not going to trust us anymore. Let's see. Europe has incentive to end the war, like you mentioned. Yeah, so they can get Russian oil once again. Yep, but guess what? Russia ain't moving slow. I mean, ain't moving fast. They're. Russia said, I don't trust y'all. It's just a really bad situation, man. It's a really sad situation. Okay, I got the link in the comment section, so if anybody want to jump in, we could talk about the discussion that was going to talk about long distance relationships. I know there were some people on here said they wanted to jump on the link, so I got the link in the description. Let me know if y'all want to jump in. We could talk about it. But I just want to give y'all some information to let you all know what is going on in the world and what we need to get prepared for, because we all travel abroad, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we could talk about long distance relationships, how they do not work. They do not work. I'm going to show y'all of a female that I was talking to that I tried to have a long distance relationship, but it just did not work out that way. Let me show you. I'm going to bring her picture up. Okay. Yep, this is the young lady that I met in Barranquilla that I tried to establish a long distance relationship with, but it didn't work out. Her name is Esther, and she lives in Barranquilla. Okay. And one of the mistakes that passport bros and tourists make is that they try to establish a long relationship when you don't leave in there. Yeah, Miss G again. Yeah, that's her. Yeah. Yeah, I was really head over heels for her, man. I really was. But I would never forget how miserable I was. I was really just totally miserable being in that long distance relationship with her. She's like one of the first women that I actually really started a relationship with in Colombia. She was a very nice, very beautiful young lady, but the part that I didn't like about the long distance relationship is when you try to contact them on certain times and they don't answer their phone. It was torture. It was torture. And I'm going to tell you, okay, here we go. Justin coming in. All right. Justin, what's happening, brother?
Hey, Tony, how you doing tonight?
Hey, I'm doing good, man. Hey, man, I appreciate your support, man, for coming on the show and everything, man.
Yeah, anytime, man. I'm glad to be back, man. A little bit listening to your show, but yeah, just been behind the scenes.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. So what do you think about these long distance relationships?
I did long distance. I've never seen one that work out. I tried about in my early 20s, and I never. I remember I live in Florida right now. I remember I tried to was in a long distance relationship with a girl in what was it? All the way in California.
Okay, she
And we
was in
probably
California. You was in Florida. Okay.
we probably maybe seen each other once every 6 months,
Uh-huh.
maybe.
Yeah. Right.
And and like you said, the situation you try to call them. It's not that California is like I think 3 hours behind
Yeah.
where I am. So I'll try to call her, and then she'd be sleeping, and then vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
it never worked out. And I'm like, I don't long this relationship. The only time they work is if it's a short term. Like if let's say you're in the military for 2-3 months off
Mm-hmm.
deployment, and
Right.
you come back, that's the only way. But other than that, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, there's even worse when you live in a different country.
Oh yeah, that's even worse times 100.
Yeah, yeah. It's I would never recommend this for nobody because with the girl that you see here on the picture,
Yeah.
um, we had a when I was in Barranquilla with her, we had a very highly romantic relationship. See, one thing about these girls in South America, they know how to push all the right buttons. They do. And she knew how to push all the right buttons. You know what I'm saying? And she had my nose wide open. I'm not saying she's a bad person or anything like that. So when I came back to the States, we remained, close and talking and stuff like that. But then the sad part is when the money part start coming in. You know what I'm saying? They start like telling you like, oh, my mom needs help with some medication, all that type of stuff, and because your problems become their problem when you in a relationship with these girls in these other countries, you know. And the part that I didn't like is like on the weekend, like Saturday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, everybody like to go to the club, people like to hang out, people do things. And then in the back of your mind, you be wondering what she's up to. You know what I'm saying? You be laying in your bed and you be thinking who she's sleeping with. It was just too much. You know. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, especially man, it's already tough with women. You already even women here because God knows who they can be talking to such and such on their phone. You don't know. Yeah.
Right, right. Now you say you traveled to different countries like Colombia and Brazil, places like that, right?
Yeah, I went to Brazil. I never went to Colombia. Yeah, I went to Brazil. I've been to Thailand and then the Philippines. And
Okay. What do you think about Thailand? Is it easy to fall for the girls down? I heard that they're pretty easy to fall for too, kind of.
they're easy to fall for, and it just
Yeah, yeah, that's what I've heard.
you don't get as much game. Definitely don't get as much game as the one. I've never been to Colombia, but I've dated a couple of girls that were Colombian in the States. Maybe they're westernized, but I dated a couple, and they're just flakiness. It's just the women in Thailand is just so much easier. I don't know why people fall for them. Definitely.
Because it's all about money anyway. Because their objective is about what. I mean, I'm not saying they're all bad, but a lot of guys don't understand. A lot of these girls are poor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And only thing they're trying to do is put food on the table for their kids and for their families. Hey Jay, how you doing? Yeah, that's all they're trying to do. And I know what they do is they try to give you that girlfriend and boyfriend experience. They're good at giving you that girlfriend and boyfriend experience. And they feed off of that. They feed off of that. They give you what you want. They give you the attention you want. but at the same time, they're trying to. Some of them are trying to manipulate you, and that's the trap. I was kind of. I'm not saying this girl was a bad person, but I just don't recommend because sometimes you would think that, okay, if I send her some money or if I send her this and that, I could keep her. You know what I'm saying? But what they do is they manipulate you. You know, the money you think that you're sending for one thing was going towards something else. You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely, yeah. And they're masters at it. That's to tell guys that said don't dating overseas, especially in Colombia
Oh,
and
Colombia,
other
yeah.
countries. Yeah. Oh, especially in Colombia, man. If you're having trouble dating over in the States, yeah, you're gonna be wrecked if you go to Colombia because you gotta figure the Colombian women are 10 times harder than women over here.
Yeah,
And they got
yes.
and their game and they got a lot of game
They got a
too.
lot
So
of
oh
game.
man,
Yeah,
that's
they
just
got a lot of
killer.
game. They oh my God, they will hook you, they will hook you, they will hook you. Like, let me show you a picture of this woman that tried to get me. I think I maybe have shown you this picture before, but let me bring it back up. This one tried to get me the other day, and she was really good at it. Let me show you. This woman right here. What you see in this picture right here, she tried to get me. She told me this story about she didn't have no food, she didn't have nothing in her kitchen. She sent me pictures of her empty refrigerator. She said that my kids need something to eat, you know, and she almost got me. I mean, she was talking to me all day long, you know, just trying to get me to send something, trying to get me to send something. But something told me not to do it. Because usually when they ask, well, let me tell you this, guys, for all of you that's here. If a woman asks you for money, that's a red flag. It sounds like you're breaking up, Justin.
Am I good?
Yeah, you're good. Now I'm just hearing a lot of
All right.
static for a minute. Yeah, okay, it's okay. But that's a red flag when they start when they ask for money. Because if you meet a girl, okay, and it took you for you to be with her, it took money. It's gonna take money for you to keep her. It's gonna take money to keep her. But this individual girl right here that you see in this picture tried to get me all. I mean, she was just like talking about, oh, my kids need this and I don't have this, have that. But guess what? She told on herself, this is a picture I took on her social media page. That same day, she was at a club with her boyfriend sitting on his lap and they got drinks on the table. Okay, you talk about you don't have nothing, but you got drinks on the table. And that's what they do. They'll play you for a fool.
No shame in the game.
No shame in the game. And what's so crazy about it is that they are very good with it. They're very good. And I heard that the Thai women are even better. That's what I heard. Let's see. Let me see.
Oh yeah, the Thai
Yeah,
women. Oh man. Yeah, sorry to cut you off.
No, go ahead. What you was gonna say?
I'll say yeah, the Thai women. Oh man, they're really good. They get a lot of guys.
That's what I heard. I heard they will soak every. That's why I heard some guys end up they end up leaving Thailand. You know, retirees end up leaving Thailand because they gave all their money away to the girls. I've heard that.
Absolutely, yeah. Even when I was in Thailand, you walk around older guys with young, attractive Thai women, and I'm
Uh-huh.
like, man, I was like, man, it's just. And some of the guys you see, you're like, I mean, one guy I seen, he would at least be close to 400 pounds, and the girl was a young Thai woman, early 20s. I'm like,
Yeah.
and she was just hugged up all and kissing on her. I'm like, man.
No disrespect to you, gotta stop having a soft spot for them at all times. Yeah, I don't have no soft spot, but I'm just saying, Marcus, they are very manipulative.
Yep.
They will get you. And you know what else that could be very addictive in Thailand? It's those massage parlors. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, definitely.
You could be and get those massages like every single day. Woo! He said, when I went to Cartagena, I had fun with some girls. I didn't get lured when I went back home. No text, thank God, thank goodness. No need to help with the hospital bill. Yeah, they're very good at asking you for hospital bills and stuff like that. It's one girl, she has a dog, and she just constantly send me pictures of the dog and talking about he needs a shot and all that. It's always something. Always something. It never stops.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with a Thai woman. You gotta be careful. It is. I got enough experience, especially dating over here. That's the only good benefit about dating over here, because it's just so in the West, because it's just so ruthless that if you can date over here successfully, your mind's already sharp enough to go in other countries, because you already can see through the nonsense at all. That when I was over there, Thai woman over there tell you sweet lies and yeah, I see a future with you, blah 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 blah.
Yeah, like, yeah. They tell you that. Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah. And you know what? It's all just an illusion. That's all it is.
That's all it is.
It's all just an illusion. Wow. Let's see here. When I went to Cartagena, I had fun with some girls. I think, okay, I've seen that one already. Okay, and here another thing is they want a safety net. Yeah, while exploring their options and they contact their exes. Yep, they have boyfriends and things on the side. Yeah, they do have boyfriends on the side.
Like boyfriends meet. Yeah, it's like boyfriends meet. Like the one I was telling you about before about see a future with you. Found out she had a boyfriend. It's like what?
Yeah, right. They have a boyfriend. I was dating one, and guess what? I was dating one in Colombia, and she was pregnant. She was already pregnant. I was like, wow. Yep. And sometimes their boyfriends can be in cahoots with them sometimes. They'll be allow their women to, to date foreigners. Yeah, that's sad.
Yeah, long distance relationships are I wouldn't recommend it, especially nowadays. I wouldn't recommend it 10 years ago, 20 years ago, but nowadays, they're a death sentence.
Especially if they're out of the country too. The thing is, they're not going to take you seriously if you don't live there.
No.
They already know that you're going to be there for a week, 2 weeks. Say, Thai women, you have to be careful too. YouTube travel time, which Paul gave out a warning. Okay. What type of warning was that, Jay? Hey, Jay, why don't you come on to, if you guys want to come into the live chat, you're welcome to come through. I'm putting the link here. Someone was here earlier, say he wanted to tell us about his experience with Colombian Cupid and all that. So I got the link in the live stream. So if you got any stories you want to tell, please, I want to hear them. Let's see. I would stay abroad is better. Yes, because we're here is there too. Yeah.
Absolutely, Marcus. Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah,
I think the only benefit is there's more. I say you still got the games over there, but I say over there, overseas, there's way more. What I say over here is it's like a needle in a haystack over there. At
Yeah,
least you got more, a little bit more opportunities over there with decent women over there. But you still got to go
yeah.
through. Still got to go through the haystack.
Oh, hi.
Jay, what's
Yeah.
happening, sir?
Oh, nothing much. Just first time on here, and you
Yeah,
invited
glad
me,
to
so
have you,
very
bro.
good.
Thank you
Yeah.
for coming. Thank you for coming on, man.
Yeah. Well, what I was about to say was, first, there was another. Maybe I shouldn't have mentioned another YouTuber because it's your channel. I don't want to like violate anything, but
Yeah.
I'll just say this: that the person I did mention, he did mention a lot about Thailand and how it's about a lot of them guys get fooled with love, or
Mm-hmm.
they'll just go for money, and then what they don't know and what other people don't tell them in the travel space is that if you're ever in a relationship like that, and if they're picking girls from, like, let's say the freelancers or the bar girls, which is like a no-no anywhere,
Yes.
they may fall in love, and they now realize they're not just they try and fund those ladies to like get them like get them to retire from the bar girls or the freelancing stuff, and he has to also pay the family as well, so they don't tell you about that, and that's how they lose their money.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. You have to pay the family. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
that's not good at all.
And I
So
heard they charge. We ain't talking about a few little dollars. We talk about thousands of American dollars.
yes.
Because I heard someone said that they met a Thai girl, and the Thai girl wanted to open her own beauty salon, which was like, I think it was cost like 30,000 American dollars.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm I don't think I'll be funding that.
No. No. So why do you think men fall for these foreigners, these foreign women so fast like that? I mean,
Well,
why?
I'm
Go
sorry.
ahead, tell me. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Well, I just think that a lot of people out here, they feel very limited in terms of options and selections if you're an average guy here in America or in other westernized countries. And they are extra thirsty for those relationships. And you got to have a good disciplined mind just to keep it in perspective and also find the right environments. That's like my little intuition. I've only traveled maybe a little bit, but not like the biggest extent. So I'm just going on those type of things that I've seen so far.
Right.
Pretty
And
spot
you say
on.
you've been to Thailand before, right?
No, I haven't been, but I've been to Cartagena and
Okay,
DR,
Cartagena. The DR.
Port Plata.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's just the same in the DR too. They do the same thing there too.
Oh, I've heard it. Yeah, I did. Man, they do all.
They're worse than the
That's the
DR.
king of the scam there. That's the king of the scam. I mean,
Yeah.
and then they got. I mean, it seems like it's twisted there. It's more like, because they got first. Obviously they're the working girls and the places the sue that they call it, and then some of the guys will overly fall in love with them, and I'm like, okay, it's a place for fun. I mean, you got to put it in perspective. If they're just going from other guys, then the slogan "It's just your turn" it should kick in, but it doesn't, because it just seems like with them they're that starved for it, and it's not enough here in America. That's part of it. But the other thing is this: when they do that, they don't notice that they got the broke boyfriend who's the Dominican.
Right, they got the boyfriend.
and he could be the moto concho, and a lot of greasy stuff happens. So I'm and I've heard that it's gotten like a little bit worse there, because even if some of them are professionals, they'll ask for money eventually from you.
Yes, they do. They always have. They're gonna. When you dating women in foreign countries, and they poor too, they're gonna ask for money. It's going to happen, unless you meet somebody either have what you have or have more than what you got.
Yeah,
and I haven't met that yet. Every woman that I've met in Colombia, except for Barbie, I'm really shocked Barbie haven't asked for anything.
Right.
I am, as fine as she is, I am really shocked that Barbie has not asked for anything. Now, I did give her something. I did give her something while I was in Medellin. I ain't gonna lie about that. It's cab fare and stuff like that. Because nothing is totally free. I mean, I'm not saying that, but when I talk to her on a day-to-day basis, she has really never asked for anything. And I'm like, wow. But all the rest of them, I still got some that I haven't seen in 2 years, and they still calling me and sending me texts and stuff, talking about they need help with something or need me to send money. Like they think money grow on trees or something. Yeah.
Shoot, in that case, it's like, man, what's the point of going overseas? If the woman asks you for money, it's like, shoot, I might as well stay here, right? Like,
might as well stay here. Yeah. I mean, if the relationship, only thing I'm just saying, if the relationship start off with money, then it's going to take money to keep them. That's the way it's always going to be. It's going to take money to keep them. Because I'm going to be honest, I'm not saying nothing bad about the one. Let me show you the one. This one here. Let me see. I'm going to add it on. This one here. Okay, this one here. I got somebody else in the chat. Let me see. Who else? Oh, Chris coming. Okay. Hey, Chris. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing pretty good.
All right, good. So what's happening, man? Thank you for coming in. I haven't talked to you. I never talked to you before. Hello, Chris? You still there, Chris?
I'm still here. Yeah, not much. Just listening to you guys talk about Thailand and Colombia and everything.
Yeah, so what is your experience in long distance relationships and all this? So what is your opinion about that?
I haven't had any long distance relationships. I just keep it all just regular friends or whatever. Like I'll go to Colombia, just hang out with them sometime, or if I might need them for something. They're good to call them or ask them certain questions. But I don't have any girlfriends, no serious relationships or nothing like that.
Oh, okay. So you never tried to do a long distance relationship before? Okay, I see what you're saying. So what do you think? Why do you think these guys are getting themselves messed up and falling for this delusion of love from these women abroad? What do you think was causing this? Hello?
I think just the femininity or feminality, however you say it, just of these women, and they tell you what you want to hear.
Okay, there
and
you
they just
go.
kind of they give you attention. That's just what a lot of guys are lacking with women these days is really attention and just filling in the void.
Right. That's what I was thinking of too, because these women, they give us like so much attention that we're not used to getting. Let me see. Okay. We're not used to getting the attention in the States that we get abroad, because like this woman here that you see on the picture, she was very affectionate, very romantic, very warm. She gave me my first massage, actually. She gave me a massage.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. She sat on my back, and I mean, oh man, I can't really describe it. It was I'm gonna be honest with you. She had my nose wide open.
These women are smart, yeah. Whew, man, yeah,
Yeah, but that's what they want. They want your money.
These women over here in America, they're gonna upfront with their intentions, where the women overseas, especially Thai women.
Wow.
Well, at least overseas, if it's all about money, they'll at least give you some temporary ROI, return of interest, with
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
sex. Unlike
Yeah,
in
sure, yeah.
America, where they gotta have liking or they're free to use their X on you, and it means
Right.
all colors of the ladies, not just the black ladies or white ladies, but all the ladies in America or Canada or UK.
Right. Right.
And it's more cliquish here. Well, here in America, so it's. So that's another probable reason why, like the other guy was saying, more attention and affection can be, but it
Right.
can be deceiving.
Right. Right. They give. I mean, this girl here, what you see in the picture, you can see her. You can see the look on her face. I'm just sitting there. I'm just laying there with her and stuff. And I mean, I have. It's been a very long time since I had someone to give me that type of attention. You know, and that's why it was so hard to really. It was hard to give her up. I mean, it was hard, but I just, it got to the point where I was becoming like, I would come home from work and I'll be thinking about her, looking at my phone and things like that. And I said, I wonder, did she send me a message on WhatsApp or anything like that? And then you would go to bed every single night thinking, who could she be with besides you? And that's the part that really gets miserable.
That's one of the feelings that's one of the feelings in your gut. And that's just, I don't care. That's a feeling that unexplainable. You have a gut feeling where something, you just can't explain it.
Right. It's like it's happening. And then another thing that that's not good. It's like I did a test on her because I was helping her out and things like that. I was sending her money and stuff. Not a lot of money, but I was sending, a few bucks and stuff like that. But the best way to test them to know if let me tell you something. The thing that got me away from her is when I stopped sending money to her. Okay. And then the phone became quiet. There was no more messages. There was no more emojis. There was no more nothing. I said, oh, okay. Yep, I see what's up now. Yep, and that's the delusion.
What do guys call it? A dual mated strategy by women? You ever heard that, Tony?
Yeah. Yep. But only thing I just want to say is that don't get into the relationship with nobody until you have to live there. Like Life with David, he's a good example. I had Kari HQ on my channel before. He's another good example of living in Medellin. He lives there. And he even said too, he said, a lot of guys come down there and expect to fall in love within 3 weeks or 2 weeks, and that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, it seems like it from Life with David. He's a very good example, very authentic
Yeah. I like Life with David. I've been trying to, I don't know, when you're a small YouTuber, people don't pay too much attention to you, I try to get people on. It's hard to get people on these lives now because everybody wants to get paid. I know one YouTuber, he want to charge $300. I'm not gonna mention his name. I said, you want to charge $300 to come on somebody's YouTube? I said, well, I guess you'll never come on this one then.
$300 just to hear him talk use,
just hear him talk,
babble.
yeah.
Like, come on, yeah,
$300. Yep. So let me ask you guys why I got you guys on here. What do y'all think about these layoffs and the economic collapse and everything? What do you think about what the country's headed? What direction we going?
we avoided one mess with the Dems, and now we're going into maybe a possible another mess, because I've heard some other channels that whoever was elected, this was going to be the inevitable, because it's falling with bricks and
Yes.
all the other stuff. It's inevitable. But some are trying to say Trump's trying to delay the inevitable with isolation and stuff. But I don't know. I mean, I wasn't in favor of one party, but the other party, I was very neutral at this point. First time in a long time.
Right. You didn't really have too much of a choice.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. What about
I
you,
agree with you. I
Chris?
agree with you. Oh, I'm at it.
Yeah,
I think if you got a job, it could be potentially a good time to invest. I mean, well, not invest, but eventually maybe to buy some real estate, because you got a lot of federal workers, losing their jobs, and it could be a little bit of the housing market might go down a little bit, so it could be some opportunities out there, in the near future.
I hope so. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Things ain't looking good right now. I don't know. I think this is gonna be a little bit different, because I just see a decline. Economically, we're not like we used to be years ago. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand. I think a lot of people gonna be, moving back in with they family and parents and everything, trying to, but basically almost kind of like the old days. So people gonna be
Yeah.
getting a little bit more traditional.
Yeah, but it's gonna be just like it is in the olden days, man. That's gonna be. Yeah, Let me get something to drink. I'll be right back. Y'all stay right there.
Gonna be interesting.
Yeah, I agree with you. I say it was, no matter what party was going to be in there, it was already on a slippery slope, and it was already the inevitable was going to come. It just
Yeah, I don't want to turn this into anything political, but the other side, how some of us usually vote Democrat, I don't know what they were on. I really don't know what they were on. And you still have some people stuck on still voting for them. This time around, I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I didn't see where they were going. And I wasn't the biggest fan of Trump, but I could see why some people voted for him, and I could see how some didn't want to didn't want to do any voting. But if some were going to do that method of just not putting in a ballot, they could have did a mail-in and then put right in and say Mr. X or something. I don't want to make this too political, so.
I agree with you. I'm the same. I'm pretty neutral, yeah, but just that party on the left, I'm like, man, I'm not the biggest Trump fan either, but one party just showing you nothing. It's like, man, you ain't giving us that much choice to.
Yeah.
Well, I think. Let me tell you what I think. I think. I think that America's in decline right now, and like I said, you got the global South, which is called the BRICS countries, and everything are getting together, and they're saying that we no longer need the American. We don't need America anymore. We could do it ourselves.
Yeah.
And they control like 60% of the world's GDP. So why do we need to do trade with America anymore?
Yeah.
And I think America too, the problem that it does is that it portrays itself as a bully.
Yep.
That's what I'm hearing from other countries,
Yep.
And what Trump is doing, okay, I understand that he's trying to make America great and all this stuff, but he's accelerating he is accelerating the de-dollarization process. When you threaten Greenland, so I'm going to take Greenland, I'm going to take Mexico, I'm going to take Canada, I'm going to take the Panama Canal. Then what they do is that makes people just like, okay, we don't want to. We want to get away, get as far away, so get far away from America as we possibly can, because we don't want to be under their thumb. And matter of fact, I don't know if you heard, but Colombia is asking for BRICS membership now. Did y'all hear about that?
Ooh, so I didn't
Yeah, I
hear
heard about
about
it.
that.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't hear about that. No.
Mm-hmm.
But is Venezuela a part of it too?
I
BRICS
think
now?
Venezuela, yeah, Venezuela's too.
Oh,
Yeah,
Venezuela
yeah.
and Colombia,
And
and they
Colombia
could.
wants to have BRICS membership. Yes.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Well, here's one thing that was ironic. Not to, it's part of the subject, but it's part of going out of the subject. But
No, go ahead. Go
when,
ahead. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
yeah, when they went, well, one thing was this: when they had the hockey Four Nations tournament, and before the Four Nations tournament, any team that was in America that that they sung the national anthem, the Canadians booed it.
Yeah, they did. And you know
and
they got into a fight too.
then when they had their first game, Canada played the U.S. at the Bell Center in Montreal. They booed, but then the Americans won. But then when it came to, like, I guess this past Saturday, during the All-Star break, well, NBA All-Star break, and that got more ratings. The big insult was, it was in Boston, and then it was actually Thursday night. My mistake. This past Thursday, and
Yes.
then Canada beat the U.S. in overtime, and then all the Canadians were singing that the "Oh Canada," and then Justin Trudeau, even though he's resigning after what happened with Trump, he said, "Listen, it's Canada's passion, it's Canada's stuff. This is our sport." And then they said, "Hey, America, you can become our 11th province." And
Ain't
I'm
that
like,
crazy?
my point is, that's the sentiment right now.
Right. And we get ready for a trade war already. He said that the tariffs against Mexico and Canada is getting ready to start within a few days.
And I've also been hearing from Jonathan Ross, and also, I guess, Middle Nation, and he was saying that it might be part of the implosion. And instead of like going after the actual enemy, which is Russia, he said that allies are going to take other allies out or something. And this is one of the cases, U.S. and Canada. Or in Mexico.
You know what the U.S. is trying to go for? You know who they trying to, this thing with like Russia and Ukraine, the reason why, but this is weird. I never seen them take a complete turn away. I mean, they put all this money in Ukraine, and then they turn around and say, "Oh, we want to be friends with Russia now." That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's insane. Okay, but the real reason that they're trying to do this is they're trying to put a separation between Russia and China. They say the greatest threat right now is China. China is the greatest threat because China has overtaken us almost in everything, in technology, in economics, in everything. So when you got Russia, China, and the BRICS alliance, and Iran, and all these countries together, that's a superpower right there.
Yep.
That's a superpower right there. And you know what's really hurting the U.S., that's the problem, is that they keep doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result.
Yep. They expect to be the bully.
Yeah, they the bully. Yeah.
And it was, and even if Harris was elected, they were still going to do maybe not the same style bullying techniques, but they were going to do something kind of similar, but not exactly as loud and brash as Trump. But again, that thing can't work.
No, it can't work, and it can't. And the U.S. can't compete economically with China. Let me give you an example of what China's doing. They got this new car. They got this this battery, this electric car called the BYN. I think that's what it's called, BYU, something like that. But it's a China electric car, and they selling this car like hotcakes. You can see them in Europe, you can see them in other countries, but the U.S. is the only country that don't allow those cars to come over here because they couldn't compete with it. What China is doing, let me tell you how China is beating us. They come on and say, okay, guess what? We can sell you a car, a better car, but for much more cheaper. Let me ask you a question. What is the cost of an average car in the United States?
Probably about at least $30,000.
$30,000.
Half decent good car.
$30,000 or $40,000. Right, absolutely. Check this out. Guess how much the BYC car in China? Guess how much? Now they got a car that look better than ours, that drive better than ours, and friendly to the environment. It's an electric car. Guess how much that car go for? You're not gonna believe it.
$15,000?
Yep, there you go. $10,000.
$10,000.
Yeah, $10,000. $10,000. But in the States, they want you to pay $30,000 or $40,000 for a car. Who can afford that?
Nobody.
So let me ask you a question. So if you're another country,
and then some people will try and tell you, well, you gotta save and do this, and this is where one YouTuber is out of touch. Hey, how are you gonna save?
how can you save when you're paying $30,000 or $40,000, for a car that's gonna take you 5 or 6 years to pay for?
And it's going to cost you maybe $500 or $600 in monthly payments on financing.
Right. That's what I'm saying. But we still keep doing the same thing. So let me ask you a question. If you another country and you say, wow, you know what? I need to buy some cars for my company, my cab company, or buses for my bus company. Who are you going to choose to buy it from? Who are you going to buy it from? You're going to buy it from China.
Yep.
And that's the reason why we can't compete. We can't compete with that. And then, I don't know if you guys heard about it, but they came out with their AI app called DeepSeek. Did y'all hear about that?
Yeah, I've heard of DeepSeek.
Yeah, DeepSeek, yeah.
Yeah. You know how much money that we paid for AI? For ChatGPT, all that research we did on AI, you know how much money we spent on that? Billions of dollars.
Yep.
I guess how much the Chinese did it for?
Probably a few thousand.
Well, not that cheap, but it's like $5 or $6 million.
Oh, 5, 6. Oh, okay. That's wow. Oh man.
Yeah. Yeah, but we can't compete with them, and we don't have no manufacturing anymore. Matter of fact, what I wanted to show you guys is like all these stores in my community are closing down, man. They're closing. We used to have this mall. I'm gonna bring a video of it, the next live. We used to have a mall here in Detroit, in the suburbs called Fairlane Town Center. It used to be the epic mall of the country, and not only in the country but here in Detroit and in the suburb area, in Dearborn. Used to go there, be cars coming in, coming out, cars coming in, coming out. The parking lot was full. You had to drive around just to find a place to park. Did you know it's shut down now? Completely shut down.
Wow.
The people that took it. I'm sorry.
Was it a fairly new mall?
Well, the mall has been around since I remember. That mall been around since I was in high school.
Oh, okay.
Like around 19, I think it came in existence like maybe 1981, 82, 83.
Oh, okay.
But you had all the top brand stores there. You had the Macy's, you had Lord and Taylor's, you had the Guest store, you had, when you walk into that mall, it was just like people were just everywhere. People were just everywhere. And they had a movie in that mall, a movie cinema in the mall too. They had restaurants at TGF Fridays. Everything was in that mall. They had a Sears. They had a J.C. Penney's. They had everything. Everything. And they had a big waterfall right there in the middle of the mall, man. You used to take your girl there. Y'all used to hang out there all day and stuff. And it's all gone. It's gone. And what's so sad about the person that took it over, I mean, it's like this real estate company that buys property and try to resell it. They say they so far behind on their taxes and everything, they can't even do the snow removal. They can't even afford the snow removal. And then we had another mall in the Southfield area. They closed that mall down. That was called Northland Mall. Another epic mall, closed, gone.
I visited that once.
Yep.
I visited it once. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Northland Mall.
Northland Mall, yeah.
Yeah, I visited Detroit once.
Yeah. Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, so I went there once. It looked kind of comparison to an outdoor mall that, which is in Yonkers, which was finally refurbished, but a few years ago. But it was kind of it seemed a little outdated at the time. But this was back in the 90s.
Right. Back in the 90s, yeah. They had a clothing store I used to go there called Max Green. And I used to buy my suits and stuff there when I was macking back in the day.
Wow.
You know, I used to buy my suits and everything there. And that place is completely gone. It's gone. Awesome. And then they had another mall on the east side of Detroit called Eastland Mall. They closed that down. So I'm sitting here, I'm saying, what is causing all of these malls are closing? And people say, well, it's because of Amazon. It's because of Amazon. People are online shop. No, it's not. You know what caused these malls to shut down? Because the demise of the middle class is gone. That's why. There's no middle class no more. Because when there was a middle class, when people had money, when people was able to go to these malls and stuff, that, you know, back then we had money. I had money in my pocket back then. And then your purchasing power with the dollar was much more back then. But it's not even close to what it is when it used to be. So now it's getting worse. So you have more store closings. You got Big Lots closing. Then you had Toys R Us is closing.
Sears closed down years ago.
Yeah. Now you got these waves of layoffs that's happening. So what I'm trying to say is where all these people going to go being laid off. Where they going to go? The girl you just seen on here, she said she had a $2,800 mortgage. What's she going to do? If she doesn't pay her mortgage or rent, they're going to foreclose on it. If you don't pay your rent, what they're going to do, they're going to evict you, and they do not care about your situation. They don't care. You could be there for years. They do not care. I've seen people here get kicked out, man. It's sad, too. I come home from work, I see people, I see their furniture and all this stuff just in piles right next to the garbage can, the garbage dumpster.
I think this financial economics collapse going to be worse than the 2008.
It's going to be way worse. That's why. This is the reason I come on here every day. I mean, every week to try to warn you guys, man. Get yourself together. Yeah, this is going to be much worse. This is going to be much worse because What got us out of the 2008 collapse was the Federal Reserve. Got us out. They printed an enormous amount of money. Okay. And what the Federal Reserve did, they took all those toxic debts from the banks and they just wiped their balance sheets completely clean. You know what I'm saying? But what's going to be so bad about this next collapse? That who's going to bail out the FDIC and who's going to bail out the Federal Reserve? You see what I'm saying? Who's going to bail them out? Yep. So
I'm getting Terminator 3 music vibes when that advanced Terminator came into the military base after the computers put viruses to set the nukes off.
Yeah.
That's scary.
Yeah, it is.
I think that, you know what, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think we're very close to nuclear war right now. I think that we are. I mean, I'm just getting so many different vibes and different information because I'm gonna tell you something. The West is not gonna go down without a fight because you got one part of the world that's against another part of the world. You got the BRICS and China and Russia and Iran against the G7. And they're not gonna give it up very easily. They're not gonna turn it over very easily.
There has to be a big reset, and that's going to happen.
It's gonna be a very big reset. It's gonna be a very big reset.
Yep.
And,
one warning system was the day after Trump had a few hours after Trump had his speech at the Republican National Convention, there was Crownware that had the problems with the computers.
Yes.
Yep.
And that just reminded me of that scene in Terminator 3.
Yes.
The computers taking over and just setting the nukes.
They're getting ready for something because I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of curious. Why do Trump wants to build a move out the Palestinians and build a Riviera city in the Middle East of Palestine? Why would you want to do something like that?
He just trying to find a way to make him some money.
Yeah. But let me tell you something. I know that there's some people are Trump fans on here. Let me tell you what he did. Let me tell you something what he did. Right after his when he was inaugurated, because I'm into the stock market, right? And he presented his new cryptocurrency called Trump Coin. Did you hear about that?
I heard he did something.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what he did. And he did this to his own people too. Because I trade on Robinhood. That's the platform that I used to do my trading with, And I said, wow, let me check out this Trump coin thing, what he just did, right? So I looked at it and it went live right after his inauguration. Okay, I looked on there. I said, oh, okay, Trump coin is here, okay. When I looked at the stock was trading at $72 a share. And it had something like a $50 billion market cap. I look at the market caps and I look at the share, and it tells you when the stock went live. When you can start trading on it. Matter of fact, you can start trading on it immediately. Okay, which I didn't buy anything. But let me tell you what happened. The next day, I looked at that stock and it crashed like by 50%. So guess what they did? You know what they did, didn't you? They built up the stock, waited for everybody to get in there, and then they took their profit right up from the top. And then they sold it. So he made money off the stock, but everybody else didn't.
Yep, he's the Ponzi schemer.
Yep, that's the classic rug pull.
He was in bed with Robert Kiyosaki, and also he's friends with Rich DeVos and Amway. And Rich DeVos's wife was the in his first separate term, was the Secretary of Education, Betsy DeVos.
Right.
So he's in bed with that.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to like one introductory Robert Kiyosaki thing, and he said he had one of his previous apprentice guests from a previous season, not Celebrity Apprentice, but a previous guest. They came in, they tried to show us some things, and it was more like an offer to go to a seminar. And I wasn't taking the switch, but they rushed people to just sign up and be a go-getter and stuff, and it was not good.
Yeah,
I got out of there real quick.
Yeah, I used to be a Amway distributor too. I know what you're talking about. Matter of fact, I went to out there in Grand Rapids, Michigan. That's where Amway started at. That's where the headquarters.
Yeah.
And I drove out there one time.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. Keep going.
No. I was just trying to say Rich DeVos and Jay Van Andel. That's the owners.
Yeah.
That's all I was trying to say. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Rick DeVos. Yeah. Matter of fact, he passed away not too long ago, didn't he?
I think he did. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think he did. But matter of fact, you know what? His wife owned part of the hospital that I work for. Yes, she does. You know McLaren? I don't know if you heard of McLaren, that hospital. Yeah. I think they own part of that too. But America, man, I'm telling you, they're gonna wake up, but it's gonna be too late when they do. And you know what? I'm not trying to put Trump down. I'm not putting, but see, what you see and what's happening in the country has been a systemic problem that's been going on for years. And now you're really about to find out now. We just made very bad decisions. Very bad decisions. Yes, sir. So, I just hope that I'll be able to have some money to retire. I'm only 1 year away. You think it's going to be there for me? You think they're going to take the retirement away from us?
I don't think so.
I hope not.
I think you'll be good, Tony.
I hope so. I hope so.
But my generation, man, retiring, that ain't gonna be in the vocabulary.
Because you know what? I'm eligible for it's called a retirement visa in Thailand. You have to be over 50 years old to be eligible for a retirement visa. So I already got that. Arizona, what's happening? I haven't seen you in a long time. He said he will be there. What's up, Arizona? Good to see you, man. Good to see y'all. I don't think the AFA romance tour is real. What's the AFA? What is the AFA romance tour? You talk about the Colombian romance tour?
I think that's what he's talking about. Yeah, I believe.
Marcus, are you talking about the Colombian? Yeah, the Colombian romance tour is real. Let me see. He said that That's one thing I like about StreamYard. This thing, it gets in the way. You can really see because I saw 3 women who were from the romance tour you was on, who was at a FAA. What does FA? What does the FAA stands for? AFA stands for. Oh, I would. You know what? They could be. You know what? Let me tell you something. They could be at different romance tours. They could be different romance tours. But the romance tour I went to, it is real. It was real. Okay, yep. They got different romance tours, Marcus. They got them all over Colombia. They got different ones. They got them in Cartagena, Bogota, Barranquilla, Medellin. They have them everywhere. They're all around in Colombia. And they're real too. They're not fake. Trust me, I was at one and it cost me a lot of money. Man, that romance tour was expensive. Whew, Jesus. Let me see. I spent about 3 or 4,000 for the romance tour. I spent at least over $6,000 on that romance tour. But you do meet a lot of women, though. You have women walking in and out of your Airbnb all freaking day long. And that's when it gets expensive, when you have to keep buying dinner all the time. Yep, and then cabs all the time. And I was like, man, I told my translator, I said, you know what, this is getting really expensive. I said, I'm going to have to make up my mind which one I want, because this is getting a little bit too expensive. Shoot. And see, they like to eat at the best restaurant. We're talking about they want to eat where they get some prime rib and all that stuff. Shoot. Even the dollar is worth more down there. Shoot, you're still end up paying almost like $60, $70 for dinner. Easily. And you know what they notice about Colombian girls? They like to drink. They love them some alcohol. They love them some alcohol, boy. They can drink. And one day she ordered a whole bottle of wine. Woo! It's the second you say you got friends who didn't you think that they had to worry about the ICE police. Yeah, those girls who I showed you guys. Yeah. They're still here in Detroit. They say they didn't have to worry about ICE. Because they say they got visas, work visas to work here. So they said they wasn't worried about ICE, Marcus. Yep. So, gentlemen, y'all have anything else y'all like to say? Anything?
I don't have anything else to add. I'm pretty much gonna call it a night tonight.
Okay. Yeah, I'm getting ready. I'm ready to end this live, but hey, I'll be back again next week. If there's anything that comes up, some news that you guys need to hear, I would definitely jump back on here. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick here for a little while, but thank you for joining, man. And
thank you.
Yeah, anytime. I'm always here for you, brothers.
All right, cool. Take care. Thank you.
Take care. Thank you. Okay. Chris, you still here, right?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Mm-hmm. So what's your plans? What you gonna do?
Not much. I mean, right now, I'm like I said, just looking for a job right now. So, I'm just just chilling right now.
Okay. Wait a minute, you're not working right now either?
Nah. I was laid off back in last April, actually.
Oh, wow. See, I told you so. Wow.
Yeah.
So how you taking care of yourself?
Just, savings, and, I had got unemployment for like about 3 months, and I get like food stamps now, but basically I had a lot of savings, long story short, a lot of savings and investments. And so I basically, it's a good thing I saved a lot of money through the years when I was working. So
wow. So you said that I didn't know you was unemployed. I'm sorry. So you saying that The unemployment only lasts for 3 months?
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Can you apply for extension?
No, actually, oh yeah. Actually, when I got laid off, my company gave me about a half a year's worth of salary
Okay.
for severance and everything. So that really helped out too. So that's a major thing.
Oh, okay. Good. Okay, that's very good. That's good. Thank God for that. But you okay financially though, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And you say it's been since April since you've been laid off?
Yeah, correct. Last April. Yeah.
Last April. Wait a minute, you talk about that's April last year.
Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah.
Wow. So this stuff I've been talking about, the unemployment crisis, I'm telling the truth then, huh?
Yeah. I mean, the reason I got laid off from my company is because the company I was working for had got bought out. And basically, I had like a 5-month, I guess you would say, transition period where I still was with the new company, basically. So that was the reason I got laid off, basically, more or less.
Okay, wow. So you've been looking for work and everything. Have you found anything or have you had any interviews?
Yeah, I've had a lot of interviews. I actually had one offer way back in August, but basically I had accepted it and everything, passed all the tests. Then they told me that they had like a budget freeze and cut the position.
Oh, wow. Okay, wait a minute, hold on. Arizona, thank you very much for the $5 super chat. Thank you very much, Eric. Thank you for the super chat. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, sir.
Yeah, so yeah, I did have I had one job offer back in August, and like I said, I accepted the position, did all the tests, passed all that stuff. Then I was wondering, like, hey, when I'm about to work, when is my start date, and when you guys gonna send me the computer? Like, it's gonna be like a remote job or whatever. But like I say, they basically were just like, hey, we decided to put like a budget freeze on and cut the whole position. So I'm just like, what?
Oh,
Like,
wow. Oh, boy.
so. But yeah, I've had a ton of interviews and stuff. I've been getting phone interviews and some in-person interviews and all that kind of stuff, but nothing, no job offers yet. So I am getting that because I've seen stories on LinkedIn and other places where some people have been out of work for like a year or two and they haven't got like any interviews at all.
Oh, wow. Wow.
So yeah, so I'm getting interviews. Like I got my I use like an AI thing that like help you with your resume when you like applying for different jobs and that to try to get through the what you call it, the ATS tracker or whatever you call it, ATS thing, resume thing. So that's what I use. So yeah, I am getting interviews. So something eventually a pop for me. So
Yeah. Wow. Well, hey, brother, you're definitely gonna be in my prayers. God is able to do anything. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, you definitely be in my prayers, and you just keep on pushing. Don't give up. You know what I'm saying? And when we hear about things like that, that makes us, think about how much is good to be, to stand on your own 2 feet and don't rely on these companies because you never know what they may do. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I definitely understand that.
Yeah. Well, okay, I'm not gonna hold you too much longer, brother. I appreciate you for coming on and everything. And only thing I could tell you, man, just keep on pushing. And like I said, something will pop for you eventually, or you could use this opportunity to maybe start your own business or something too. I don't know how much capital you have, but maybe you can do something else. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. But I only got 2 years to go, 1 year to go for Social Security. I just can't wait till I get there. I can't wait to get there. But okay, brother. Well, I'll let you go, and I'm gonna shut this live down. And thank you for coming on again.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Goodbye. Okay, guys, I'm gonna get ready to shut it down. Arizona, thank you very much for the super chat, everybody. I really appreciate it. It will go to the Barbie Fund. That's where this super chat is going, and I'm trying to make it out. Let me see what Marcus is saying. That is my concern, OG. I've been wanting to go on a romance tour since 19, and I am 21. And my only concern is where the ICE police, and do they really want to be here and they like you? I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna give you a little bit more advice, Marcus. What I would do if I were you, I would save my money right now because the economy is looking pretty poor right now. So I wouldn't spend thousands of dollars on a romance tour right now. And you wouldn't want to bring your wife here right now anyway. You would want to keep her in her country. So what you should do is start preparing. If you want to live in Colombia or Thailand or Brazil, start learning their language. That's what then you can do. Download the app and start learning how to speak their language. But I would not advise anybody to bring their wife here. Stay in her country. It'd be better if you stay in their country with her, because I think it's too much going on. Yeah, okay. Yeah, like I said, whatever you decide to do, Marcus, just work on learning the language. Learn basic Spanish if you don't know it. Let's see. They want to come here. Yeah, I know, but they will. If you talk a bit to it, they will be happy at their country too. They'll be happy in their country too. Yeah, you have to tell them, say, hey, I want to be here with you. And plus your money go much farther in their country than it would here. If you bring them here, you're going to deal with a lot of heartache. Okay? Marcus, I'm getting ready to shut down this live. I'm down to 4 people now, so people are leaving the chat right now. And Marcus, it's always good talking to you. If you ever want a consultation, just let me know. My consultations are very cheap. You can reach me on Instagram. It's on my description. Let's check out my description on this video. If you want to contact me, it's Tony Ma 40. Here, let me write it for you. Tony Ma 40. Okay, that's my Instagram. Okay, Marcus. Whatever you're ready for, a consultation is $20 an hour, which is very cheap for a romance tour and a Colombian consultation. Okay, I tell you everything you need to know about the romance tour. Yep, that's it. Yeah, okay, whenever you want to. Okay. Whenever you get ready, you just let me know when you're ready, okay? But that's what I'm doing now. I'm getting ready for Colombia in May. And then next year, I just pray that economically things will be sort of okay in this country, that I can go to Thailand. Okay? Bangkok, Thailand, that's the place to go. Okay. Thank you guys again for coming on my live. I appreciate it. Arizona, thank you very much for the $5 super chat. And I will see you guys very, very soon, okay? Make sure again you like and you subscribe to my channel, please. Hit that like button again. If you want to make a super chat to the channel, it would be very helpful. I had mentioned before that I have to have $100 before I'm able to get anything from my super chat. Right now, it should be like close to 50 something. It's at 50 something. So if we can get this up to $100, that would be very, very appreciated. Okay? Thank you very much. And you all have a blessed night, okay? Thank you for tuning in. Be blessed and stay safe. Peace.